All right, Get Warrior Tough, back at it. It's the last segment of the most monumental hour in media anywhere. We're leadership and mental toughness coaches Andrew Wittman and the Dutch Coleman. On Twitter, use the hashtag #GetWarriorTough. Go to the website, getwarriortough.com. Hey, sign up for the newsletter, get the free ebook, find a handle, hook on. I mean, this is I know we're kind of cranked up tonight, Dutch, but this is I really think that we're almost at a tipping point in our culture. I just kind of feel like, and I know this is my truth, there's no data to back this up. I just kind of feel like we're at a tipping point where people feel like their lives have just completely lost control. I don't know how you feel about that, but that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, I had some feedback for a second. Say that last part one more time.
Well, I was just saying, I feel like we're at a tipping point in our culture, in our nation. I feel like the people, everything is just so out of control that we're almost at this tipping point, and that we need this. I'm almost on a crusade here, and I use that word, because the message here is bigger than a movement of ground zero leadership of CEO of you, because I know it's transformational, and I know that our nation, really the globe, but I'm going to stick with our nation right now, needs it in such a big way, because all the people that we talk to and we come across, they just feel like their lives are out of control. They're on the rat wheel, as our friend Sentinel says. I'm going to start using that instead of hamster wheel. But I just feel like we're at a tipping point, man, and I really feel an urgency to get this message out to as many people as possible.
Well, that's a fact. So if you look at it from the standpoint of people having to deal with the way the world is, because we have to live in this, there's nothing better than having that skill set in CEO of you, being able to, because how you live and how you function in what we would consider a difficult situation in the world right now, you have to have that skill set to know how to function within that. So we give you that. The other flip side of that is, if you want to be a part of the solution, we give you the skill set to go out there to impact change, right?
Absolutely.
So we're giving you the power to be a leader, how to have influence, how to utilize your influence, all those things. Well, the third part of that whole triangle is that if you are a warrior tough, you have that skill set, you have that mentality, then when you're choosing your leadership, you're demanding those same things. And right now, the people aren't equipped with that skill set. They have no knowledge of what it takes to be a real leader. So how can you identify a real leader in an election process? You don't know what a real leader is. And in Get Warrior Tough, when we train you and we prepare you for leadership, and we get you to access all the things that make you a leader, then you begin to look at others when you're making that choice, and you're saying, he doesn't, she doesn't, they don't lack that. Well,
and I even take it even further than just politics. I'll elect, where I'm working. When I take a job, I elect who my leaders are. See, people just grab a job because they think they got to get their bills paid, and that's all they can get, right? Because that's the least they could do is grab a job, right? They're at the least end, right? So, but when I go for an interview, listen, I'm going out to Colorado this week. I'm going to help one of our clients with interviewing, right? When I go for an interview, I interview that company that I'm interviewing those leaders. Maybe I don't want to work for them or be part of that organization, right? So This is the same kind of – I elect either to take that job or not take that job. Now, when I go out to Colorado next week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be, as a consultant for the company that our client. So I'm going to, whether we elect the candidate or not. But I'm really looking for a candidate that's kind of like – Peyton Manning. He's the CEO of you. When he walks in, I heard that when he was being drafted, that he was like interviewing the Colts. Like he's like, hey, can I ask you guys a couple questions first? And they left. And like the guys are like, we didn't ask any questions. He totally interviewed us the whole time. Even at like however old he was, like 21 years old. Yeah.
Just imagine if everyone in America was equipped with just the CEO of you alone. Just the introduction to what we do.
Yeah.
The people running.
Game changer.
The people running wouldn't run because they know it would be unacceptable to us as a culture. They know that they would be not qualified to do what's necessary, and they know that when they showed up, we would laugh. I mean, it would bring a totally different breed to the forefront asking for our vote, because if we thought that way, we thought like crap, and we did things the way that you're trained in the warrior culture, we wouldn't. Those people wouldn't show up. They walk in the room and go, whoa, we're in the wrong room. Not those people. We don't have a chance with those people.
Well, we
get a better candidate.
Help them with it. Hey guys, we're available. So instead of buying a media consultant, for your doing a poll. Call Dutch and I will help you. No, but I just feel like, and this is part of our of our own making, because we're looking for somebody in the political realm to solve our problems, which is a complete cop-out Band-Aid. I want somebody else to fix my stuff for me. Okay, so we wouldn't even be looking to them. Like, it wouldn't even matter. And it shouldn't matter, because they're not coming to save you. No one's coming to save you. You're the problem. The good news is you're also the solution. Nobody else is the solution. And this is the basis of our message. And we get a lot of pushback from this. What do you mean I'm the problem? Well, you are it's whose life is it? Let me ask that question. Whose life is it? Well, it's mine. Okay, then you're the problem. If you're overweight, whose body is it? Well, it's my body. Okay, then no one else made you do it. I know there's advertising. I know there's emotions, and no one's making you get overweight. Okay, no one is. No one is making you do that. No one is making you take a job anywhere. This is still America. It's still a free country. No one's making you do nothing. Okay, so don't be looking for. It's a total cop-out to have somebody come wave a magic wand and make your stuff go away. If jobs are listen, Dutch, I don't care about the unemployment numbers. The numbers. I'm out there in corporate all the time. The numbers I would like to see are all the people that have a job, that shouldn't have a job, that they're just collecting a check and doing just enough not to get fired. That's the numbers I'd like to see.
Yeah, the other thing is I'm focusing on the production of the people that do have jobs, like you said, because that's going to get to you where you said. You're going to get to find out who doesn't deserve that job. I want to find out the production. I want to find out who's supposed to be here. I'm going to get, and the ones that I'm getting them out of there, and I'm bringing in some people, and it's going to be all about being productive. And because, like you said, there's a lot of people who are in these positions that don't deserve to be in these positions. So we're talking about the unemployment rate when it should be talking about the no employment rate, the ones that shouldn't have any employment.
The overemployment rate. I mean, it's just like they're just doing enough not to get fired, and it's just so many people in businesses and corporations across this country. It really is. And that's why I say the first question was, you say you can rise to the top. It's very, very easy to rise to the top, because all you have to do is just show a little bit of effort. I mean, if you just showed up on time and didn't call in sick, you're already in the top 20%. Let's just that sink in for a second. If you just showed up to work on time and didn't call in sick, you're already in the top 20%.
Hey, man, we need a culture that, again, and COU is just the beginning. CEO of you is just the beginning. Go check it out at getwarriortough.com and understand CEO of you is just the beginning. There's a movement that needs to be had, and you need to join on. It needs to be made. We need to make these things better, beginning with ourselves. And when we begin to make ourselves better, like on the airplane, they say, what do they say when the oxygen drops down? Get your mask. Take care of yourself first before you try to help anyone else.
Right.
After you get it, then you need to share it with someone else. You need to get,
absolutely,
because we need to get this thing right, one person at a time, at the lowest levels, and work our way up. Because if we start at the lower levels, then maybe the us's of the world will begin to realize our power, realize our influence, and then next 10 years from now, 5 years from now, however it takes, we're the ones that are in leadership. Yeah. We're the ones that are making the decisions.
Happened.
So
that happened with one of our biggest clients, right? We did like the first line supervisors. Next thing we know, the executive management is like, we got to get in your class, because these supervisors, first line supervisors, are pushing us with this new language and this new way of thinking, and we can't keep up. So you need to come back and do everybody else all the way up to the executive level.
It's real. It's real, because what happens is those bad leaders, they get on Front Street, as we say.
Yes.
You get out there because people start expecting more. People start wanting more. People start asking more questions, and if you're not able to answer those questions, you're in trouble.
Dutch, the hour is completely gone, and I'm just getting started, man. You sound all energized being on spring break, buddy. I hope you enjoy the rest of your vacation. I will see you when I see you, and I'll talk to everybody from Colorado next week.